So, at the request of one of my subscriber comments, I am doing a follow up to the best free throw with the best jump shot base, that is, the best fundamentally sound looking jump shot base. We'll say that in NBA 2K20, I kind of struggled at the beginning of that until I was able to find that I was able to hit jumpers as long as it had a fundamentally sound look to it. And so when I found what I thought was the best one, man, I was hitting all over the place. When I got to NBA 2K20, tried to use the same jump shot base, and it simply wasn't the case, even though it still looked very fundamentally sound, because if it wasn't green, it wasn't going in, and there's an explanation for that. Now, I had to go and find an alternative jump shot based on that information, and I think I have found one that is still fundamentally sound looking for those of us that need that fundamental look to be able to time it, and still hits the fair percentage of greens and whites so that you can be the most successful. It's Mr. Hurst, and this is Sim Sports Gaming Network. Welcome to Sim Sports Gaming Network, your place for simulation gameplay and breakdowns. Thanks for tuning in. And so I do want to start by saying, man, we are one subscriber away from hitting that milestone of 50, halfway to that 100, where things really start to change for the channel. And again, once I hit that 50 subscribers, I will be doing that $10 gift card giveaway for both an Xbox gift card and a PlayStation gift card. And so we're just one away from that being able to happen. So please hit that subscribe button if you like the content. Don't forget, tap that like button because that's where the algorithm starts coming into play. And tap that notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops. So I do want to get to these bases and get those covered. I just want to say thank you for those of you that have been helping to support the channel. And it's people like you that are helping me learn and grow and make this into the best that it can be. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, well, the first thing I want to say is I am a casual player who enjoys competing. And so I know right off the bat that, that's the immediate caveat that people can go to is like, well, you might be struggling with your shot here, but you're someone who plays casually, and so you probably are not able to dedicate the kind of time that maybe the streamers and people who are on that regular grind can put into it. And so you get what you get when you're able to put the time you're able to put into it. Once I discovered this jump shot that I'm using right now, jump shot 70, I instantly became an immediate outside threat from anywhere on the court when I was playing with my team. And so I'm going into NBA 2K21 thinking, I'm just going to find my jump shot 70. It's going to be on right from the beginning. And at first it was just like, oh my goodness, nobody can hit a jumper. And I was using a slashing playmaker. And then it was like, well, you gotta wait on your badges and make sure you get your badges up, and then it'll be different. And it was literally the same thing. Like, if I didn't green the shot, it was not going in, and it was extremely frustrating. And so one of the things that I take advantage of is some different content creators out there, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with 2K Labs. And so I was looking at some of their stuff really related to your jumpers, and decided to go into their premium site. And I don't mind investing in it. I got plenty of money, and those guys do great work. So I invested in that and started checking some of the things out. And lo and behold, I found some interesting information out about my favorite jump shot, as far as the green percentage and then the white percentage. And I was like, oh man. And so here, let me let you take a look at what this looks like here. So I have a 91 3-point rating, and so this obviously covers that, as you can see, with 90 being highlighted there. But at the top you've got the advanced jumper data, and then the basic down below for jump shot 70. On the top I did the filter by the highest potential green window, and so you can see that the jump shot 70 has 59 millisecond potential green window. And so it is the largest screen window of any jump shot in the game. And so I believe that was also the case for NBA 2K20, which is why I chose that jump shot, because I need the biggest window that I can get in order to hit. As soon as I found the shot again in NBA 2K20, I was freaking hitting all over the place. And so the thing that really tripped me up here with NBA 2K21 is you go down to the basic and looking at that white percentage, like that white percentage is one of the lowest percentages in the game. And so if you don't green the shot with jump shot 70 in NBA 2K21, it's not going in. And I'm just not that guy that's gonna pro up all them greens, because I just am not able to put that kind of time in the game. And I know there's a lot of other people out there that have the same issue. And so I have a jumper base that is still fundamentally sound looking, still has a high green make percentage according to 2K Labs, but the most important thing for me is it's got fairly decent white percentage as well, so that when I'm out there playing and I'm not greening, as it's bound to happen, a fair amount of those whites are still going in. So as you can see, we've got the Tony Parker base with a 34 green window size, 34 milliseconds, which isn't bad. The green percentage is fairly high at 70.5. It's got a total make percentage of 80, which is okay. And a white percentage is much better than 4% at 10. And so we're going to be giving this a go because it still has that fundamental look that we're going for, even though there are some other jump shots bases out there that do have a bit of a higher white percentage and a higher total make percentage as well. I'm going to show that a little bit later. Okay, so here we are in the jump shot creator, and as you can see, we're on the Tony Parker base, and it's got a good fundamental look to it. I don't like how it doesn't quite elevate as much as my jump shot 70 does. Of course, release is personal preference, but for me, I'm using 5. Now he's got that arm way the heck back there, and he's just kind of flicking that thing up. But look at that nice release up at the top, and so we need to tame that down a little bit. And so we're gonna mix that in with something you might be familiar with, because Tyceno swears by it, and those of you that kind of follow him, but we got a little Trey Burke action here. So we're gonna combine these two together and go with quick. That's what 2K Labs recommends based on their data charts. Get the most benefit from that. And we're gonna go with 55-45. So look, he's got a nice right angle with his arm. Flicks it through with a nice follow through. Arm doesn't quite straighten out all the way, but that's a pretty fundamentally sound looking shot there. So let's get into the my court and take a few shots and see what this looks like. Okay, so here we are back in my court, putting up some 3-point shots with Tony Parker with 5 and Trey Burke releases at 55-45. We're just going around the horn, shooting a 3-point shot like you would in a 3-point competition. And so far we're seeing that the majority of these whites are being shot, and most of them are going in. In fact, I think during this whole thing I only have 2 misses, and that is just literally poor timing. But you can see right there, a nice white just goes straight through. And I will admit, like during this right here, I am not extremely locked in because I'm just working to get all these parts of this video done. And one thing I've noticed is, man, these pro players especially the top shooters. These guys are locked in. I mean, their level of focus has got to be just next to none, because I'm looking at, you know, my ability to just try and get locked in. And if I'm super locked in, you know, I can hit, you know, maybe 60-70% of the shots that I take that are open. But man, these pros, these guys have really got it down to be able to just, you know, game after game just be completely locked in to time that jump shot for the green consistently. But as you can see, you know, we're going back through here, and you know, the greens are obviously going to go, but these whites, you know, they're still going in as well. So hopefully you found this information useful if you're someone who depends on a fundamentally sound looking jump shot. I think that Tony Parker one's a good alternative if you're someone who was using 70 and was all of a sudden like, oh, 70's just not doing it for me anymore if I don't green it. And so I did also mention that I would have another jump shot base as well, and I'm not going to put up on the screen like I did before with, you know, the work that was right there done by 2K Labs. I just did it for the one, but I will tell you that you might want to check out the Chris Paul base, and if you want to get all that detailed information as before, then go ahead and visit 2K Labs. And if you're someone who's invested in a game like I have, you know, it might not be a bad idea to invest in 2K Labs on that premium side, because they've got some really good content there that'll, you know, help you make some informed decisions to be better at the game if, you know, that's basically one of the only games you play. I am very grateful for those of you, again, that have really been in support of the channel with, you know, subscribing and making constructive comments and just giving some encouraging comments as well. And it's really keeping me going, and I'm wanting to learn as much as I can and become the best content creator I can be. And so you can help support that by tapping that like button and go ahead and subscribing, because again, we're only one away, and then we're going to do that $10 giveaway for both the PlayStation and the Xbox gift cards. And so again, tap that like button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops. So once again, as always, love God, love people,